This is the Pisgah Football Report, presented by Ingles.
What did your staff prioritize during the bye week? Was the focus primarily on healing up, self-scouting, or preparing for the final stretch of the regular season?
I think really our decision when it came to the open week was about staying sharp with our team, but also making sure we gave them plenty of time away. We took 3 days off, Monday, Thursday, Friday. We practiced Tuesday, Wednesday, and made sure that we were sharp on those 2 days and tried to prioritize getting those kids away from the game for just a little bit, because if you have aspirations of playing deep in the playoffs, then you want to make sure your body's fresh and you're rejuvenated a little bit.
How beneficial was the bye week at this point in the season, particularly with a 6-2 record and a tough conference game ahead that should determine the conference championship?
It was big. Having it this late in the year was certainly something that was unusual. Not used to having it this late. Most of the time it's either in the non-conference or early in the conference slate. So to have it this late was unusual, but I do find that it was good for us. I think just to get away from football just a little bit and get back in the weight room heavy during the open week and able to lift 4 days that week, which was good for us, good for our bodies, and we felt really good about the way we handled it that week.
Let's jump ahead to Friday's game. East Henderson is a team that is still searching for their first win. How do you coach and motivate your players to maintain their focus and intensity, especially coming off a bye week?
Try to make sure that our kids understand it's about us and it's about how we execute, and try not to look at who your opponent is and what maybe their record is. And we know that East Henderson's had some struggles this year as far as win-loss record goes. So we want to make sure that our kids are focused on us and that we execute at a high level and we hold ourselves to a standard.
What do you see as the primary strength of the East Henderson Eagles, and what are the 1 or 2 things your team must do well on Friday night to secure the victory?
I think we got to take care of the football. I think it's about that, and it's about making sure that we keep our defense in good field position situations, and we're not turning it over in our own territory and giving them opportunities to score. And then we've got to make sure that we execute up front. We don't want to have holding penalties or things that put us behind the chains and put our offense at a disadvantage. So that's probably the key for us when it comes to this week.
How's the health of the team, Coach?
Everybody's healthy.
Did you start your day with a cup of toughness, Coach?
I have a cup of toughness every morning when I get up.
Attention, it's time for the morning announcements. Make sure your parents are aware of the Ingles Tools for Schools program and ask them to link their Ingles Advantage card to our school. Remember, you have to do it each year. Now please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming into Friday night at 6-2 overall and 4-1 in the conference, you're firmly in the hunt for a conference title. With a big matchup against Brevard in just a little over a week, are you allowing yourself or your team to look ahead?
We certainly look at film and try to make sure that we've kind of got an understanding and a grasp of what we're going to be getting when it comes to Brevard. We know it's a challenging game for us, and they present a lot of obstacles with their athleticism on the perimeter and some tough matchups there, and we want to make sure that our kids have looked at some film and we've seen some things before we get to that game.
With the pressure of the playoff push and the conference race building, what is the message you're constantly reiterating to your players about handling success and staying focused week to week?
Consistency, and then you try to draw from what Coach Saban used to talk about with rat poison, and we've ran the football very well the last couple of weeks, and we want our kids to understand that they got to that point because of their execution and their preparation Monday through Thursday, and you don't want to have the rat poison start seeping in and them start believing they're better than they actually are. Assuming
a win this week, the Brevard game will likely determine a lot about the conference championship. What makes that matchup with the Blue Devils such a marquee game this year?
It's kind of the way it used to be back in the late 90s. It always came down to the last game of the regular season for the conference championship, and it was always against Brevard. So it's kind of back to the way that it was originally, and we look forward to it.
The red one, the shiny red one. That's it.
Get the porterhouse, the big one.
You know I only use organic product. A girl's got a curl.
Boy, these aisles are so wide.
Driver, excuse me, I said the toy aisle.
Now this is shopping. Home, James.
Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Coach, share your thoughts about the Western Carolina football program this year.
tremendous offense. They're certainly explosive. The quarterback's the real deal. We've been very fortunate, very blessed to have that kid under center, and Kerwin Bell's done a great job. That staff's done a great job. They had a depleted roster with the transfer portal, and they were able to go out and get guys that can make plays, and they've been able to put it together.